Can you believe it's been over 2 decades since Desperate Housewives first pulled us into the secrets, scandals, and suburban drama of Wisteria Lane? Back in 2004, we were glued to our screens, watching the perfect lawns hide not-so-perfect lives, and of course, falling in love with a cast that made every twist unforgettable. But what really happened after the cameras stopped rolling in 2012? Who traded in their glamorous on-screen lives for completely different paths? Who's still making headlines? And who's been quietly living their best life away from the spotlight? So grab your favorite mug of coffee. It's time to revisit the stars of Desperate Housewives. Teri Hatcher as Susan Mayer. Remember when Desperate Housewives first hit our screens and Susan Mayer instantly became the awkwardly charming girl next door we couldn't help but root for? Teri Hatcher brought her to life with heart, humor, and just the right amount of clumsiness, making her a household name and earning herself a Golden Globe and 3 SAG Awards along the way. But Teri's magic didn't begin on Wisteria Lane. Long before the drama and secrets of Fairview, she soared into fame as Lois Lane in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman back in the 90s. And let's not forget about her fierce Bond girl role in Tomorrow Never Dies. Fast forward to today, Teri is now 60 and still glowing with that same spark. She recently played Ruth Finley in the 2024 Lifetime thriller The Killer Inside, showing she's not slowing down anytime soon. And while she may be spending less time in front of the camera, she's more connected than ever with her fans, with nearly 580,000 followers on Instagram, where she shares everything from personal reflections to behind-the-scenes moments. From Metropolis to Wisteria Lane to the present day, Teri Hatcher's journey is a reminder that true stars never fade. They just keep evolving. Felicity Huffman as Lynette Scavo. Before Felicity Huffman became the sharp, overworked, and lovable Lynette Scavo on Desperate Housewives, she was grinding away in the theater world long before Hollywood ever took real notice. Back in the early 90s, Huffman took small but meaningful steps into film and television. You might have spotted her in Reversal of Fortune in 1990 or The Spanish Prisoner in 1997, where her quiet strength started turning heads. But it was her breakout role as Dana Whitaker on Sports Night from 1998 to 2000 that gave audiences a real glimpse of her brilliance, earning her a Golden Globe nomination. Then came Desperate Housewives in 2004. For 8 seasons, Felicity owned the role of Lynette Scavo, the stressed-out mom with a heart of gold and a mind as sharp as a tack. She didn't just entertain, she made people feel seen. That role won her an Emmy and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards, and let's not forget the 3 Golden Globe nods. True TV queen. But Huffman wasn't done. In 2005, she blew everyone away with her role in Transamerica, playing a transgender woman on a life-changing road trip. It was a daring move, and it paid off. She won a Golden Globe and was even nominated for an Oscar. Over the years, she kept shining in powerful roles, whether it was in Georgia Rule in 2007, Phoebe in Wonderland in 2008, or the haunting Cake in 2014. From 2015 to 2017, she once again lit up the screen in American Crime, earning even more Emmy nominations. And just recently, in 2025, she returned in a gripping performance as Rena Chenoweth in The 13th Wife, Escaping Polygamy. At 62, Huffman is still proving she's a powerhouse performer. Off-screen, she's kept a low profile, but remains connected with fans boasting over 579,000 Instagram followers who still admire her strength, honesty, and resilience. Marcia Cross as Brie Vandekamp. When Desperate Housewives first graced our screens, Brie Vandekamp was the picture of perfection, every hair in place, every pie flawlessly baked, and every secret tightly locked behind a porcelain smile. And bringing that icy yet intriguing character to life, the ever-graceful Marcia Cross. But Marcia's journey didn't start on Wisteria Lane. Nope, rewind to 1984 when she kicked off her career on the soap opera The Edge of Night, playing Liz Carell. A few years later, she made the leap to LA and started popping up on shows like Who's the Boss, Quantum Leap, and even Cheers. Slowly but surely, she was carving her space in Hollywood. Then came Desperate Housewives, and boom, Marcia Cross became a household name. Her portrayal of Brie wasn't just iconic, it was unforgettable. She made perfect look dangerous, and that scarlet hair with those steely blue eyes, unmatched. Brie could set a table like royalty and destroy you with a single glance. After the show's end in 2012, Marcia didn't hit pause. In 2015, she made a chilling guest appearance on Law & Order SVU, and then joined Quantico as President Claire Haas, a role that proved she still had that commanding presence we all loved. Now at 63 years old, Marcia's elegance hasn't faded one bit. She's thriving, glowing, and continues to speak openly about health, aging, and her battle with cancer, using her voice to inspire and uplift others. And yes, she's still got that star power, with over 526,000 followers on Instagram who eagerly watch her share slices of life, moments of reflection, and the occasional throwback that gives us all the feels. Eva Longoria as Gabrielle Solis. When Desperate Housewives first arrived in 2004, Gabrielle Solis instantly stole the show. She was the glamorous former model who made suburban life look like a high-fashion adventure, and Eva Longoria became a household name overnight. Before Wisteria Lane, Eva had been hustling in Hollywood with bit parts on TV and a juicy turn as Isabella Bragna on The Young and the Restless from 2001 to 2003. But Gabrielle? That role changed everything. Over 8 seasons, her mix of sharp wit, style, and heart won her 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards and even a Golden Globe nod, cementing her as one of TV's unforgettable leading ladies. After Desperate Housewives wrapped in 2012, Eva didn't slow down. She proved her range on the big screen with thrillers like The Sentinel in 2006, comedies like Over Her Dead Body in 2008, heartfelt dramas such as For Greater Glory in 2012 and Lowriders in 2016, and even scored an Imogen Award for her playful turn in Overboard in 2018. She's also become a familiar face in major ad campaigns from L'Oreal to Pepsi, and in 2017 launched her own fashion line and signature perfumes, showing she's just as savvy off-screen. Now at 50, Eva's still captivating audiences. In 2024, she made a delightful guest appearance on the hit series Only Murders in the Building, reminding fans she hasn't lost that spark. With 10.7 million Instagram followers, she continues to share her glamorous life, philanthropic passions, and unstoppable energy. Still, every bit the Gabrielle fans fell in love with. Nicolette Sheridan as Edie Britt. Long before Wisteria Lane, Nicolette Sheridan was already making waves. She kicked off her career as a fashion model in the early 80s, then quickly transitioned to acting, landing her first TV break in 1984 with the ABC primetime soap Paper Dolls. A year later, she charmed audiences in the rom-com The Sure Thing in 1985. By 1986, she had truly found her stride, stepping into the role of Paige Matheson on CBS's hit Knots Landing. For 7 seasons, until 1993, Nicolette brought sharp wit and irresistible energy to the series, earning 2 Soap Opera Digest Awards along the way. Throughout the 90s, her career was a whirlwind of variety leading roles in miniseries like Lucky Chances in 1990, Virus in 95, and The People Next Door in 96. Plus a string of memorable film appearances from the backstage comedy Noises Off in 1992 to the spy spoof Spy Hard in 1996 and martial arts comedy Beverly Hills Ninja in 97. Then came 2004, when she stormed onto Desperate Housewives as Edie Britt, the sassy, unapologetically bold realtor fans love to gossip about. For 5 seasons until 2009, she owned every scene, earning a Golden Globe nomination in 2005 for her fearless portrayal. Fast forward to today. At 61, she continues to captivate, with a recent turn as Alexis Carrington in Dynasty from 2018 to 2019, and 714,000 Instagram followers who still celebrate her iconic roles. James Denton as Mike Delfino. Back in the late 90s, James Denton was steadily carving out his place in Hollywood. He'd already notched up memorable appearances in films like That Old Feeling and the action classic Face Off, both in 1997, followed by the political drama Primary Colors in 98. Television was where he truly built his foundation, showing up in fan favorites like Ally McBeal, The West Wing, and Jag, while juggling recurring parts in The Pretender, Philly, and even the sitcom Reba. By 2003, he had his first lead role, playing Special Agent John Kilmer in ABC's short-lived thriller Threat Matrix, a stepping stone to something bigger. That something arrived in 2004 with Desperate Housewives. As Mike Delfino, the quietly charming plumber with a mysterious past, Denton won over millions of viewers. Across the show's 8-year run, ending in 2012, Mike's heartfelt love story with Susan Mayer became one of Wisteria Lane's emotional anchors. Post-Wisteria, James stayed busy on both film and TV sets. He headlined indie projects like Assumption and Beautiful Dreamer in 2006, mixed it up with genre fare such as Undead or Alive in 2007, and voiced Superman himself in All-Star Superman in 2011. Fans later caught him as Peter Hudson in Devious Minds in 2016 and Navy Captain Deckard on NCIS New Orleans in 2018. Now 62, Denton's still surprising audiences. In 2024, he swapped scripts for sequence, joining the 13th season of Danse avec les Stars, France's take on Dancing with the Stars. For longtime fans, it's proof that Mike Delfino's easy charm never really left. Doug Savant as Tom Scavo. Doug Savant's journey to Wisteria Lane started way back in 1985, when he first popped up in the teen comedies Secret Admirer and the cult hit Teen Wolf. The following year, he switched gears with the horror flick Trick or Treat in '86, showing early on he wasn't afraid to mix genres. By 1986 to 1987, Doug was a familiar face on primetime television, playing young Mac McKenzie on CBS's long-running soap Knots Landing. His real breakthrough came in the 90s when he spent 5 seasons as Matt Fielding on Fox's Melrose Place from 1992 to 1997, breaking ground as one of TV's first openly gay characters and earning a devoted fan following. Fast forward to 2004 when Doug stepped into his most beloved role yet, Tom Scavo on ABC's Desperate Housewives. For 8 seasons until 2012, he embodied the everyman husband trying to hold it all together, career, kids, and a marriage to the fiery Lynette. Fans adored Tom's quiet humor and endless patience, making him one of the most relatable characters on Wisteria Lane. After the series wrapped, Doug kept busy with a mix of crime dramas and thrillers. He popped up as Brigadier General Daniel Kent on NCIS in 2019, took on gritty parts in Dirty John in 2020 and LA's Finest in 2020, and made memorable appearances in SWAT, also 2020, Tell Me Your Secrets in 2021, and The Rookie in 2021. Now 61, Doug continues to bring the same warmth and grounded energy to his roles, reminding longtime fans that Tom Scavo's charm never really left. Ricardo Antonio Chavira as Carlos Solis. Before the world knew him as Carlos Solis, Ricardo Chavira was the definition of a hardworking actor, steadily building his resume one guest role at a time. In the late 90s and early 2000s, he popped up on fan favorites like NYPD Blue, 24, and Joan of Arcadia, eventually landing a recurring spot on HBO's 6 Feet Under in 2002. Then, in 2004, his career took a sharp turn. Desperate Housewives arrived, and suddenly Carlos, with his mix of ambition, temper, and surprising heart, became a fixture in living rooms everywhere. Across 8 seasons, until the series wrapped in 2012, fans watched him grow from the ruthless businessman who always wanted more to the complicated, often lovable partner who kept Wisteria Lane buzzing. Ricardo's momentum didn't slow after the show. That same year, he made his feature debut in the historical epic The Alamo in 2004 and continued exploring different genres with gritty dramas like Days of Wrath in 2008 and Saving God in 2008. By 2010, he was embracing cult horror in Piranha 3D. Television remained his true home. He stirred up intrigue on Scandal between 2016 and 2017, leaned into dark comedy on Netflix's Santa Clarita Diet in 2017, and brought warmth to Abraham Quintanilla, Selena's father, in Netflix's Selena the series. Now at 53, Ricardo is still showing up in projects like Truth Be Told and Blindspotting in 2023, proving that the intensity and charm that made Carlos unforgettable is still very much alive. Andrea Bowen as Julie Mayer. Andrea Bowen was practically born for the stage. In 1996, at just 6 years old, she made her Broadway debut in Les Miserables, and became the youngest actress ever to play young Cassette. From there, she grew up in front of the camera, landing early TV spots in One Tree Hill, Boston Public, and Law & Order SVU. Then came 2004, when Andrea stepped into the shoes of Julie Mayer on Desperate Housewives. For 8 seasons until 2012, she was the grounded voice of reason amid Wisteria Lane's whirlwind of drama, the daughter who kept Susan Mayer on her toes while becoming a fan favorite in her own right. During her Desperate Housewives years, Andrea also explored the big screen. In 2006, she joined the quirky teen fantasy Red Riding Hood as one of the 3 Ashleys and took on an adventurous turn in Eye of the Dolphin. That same year, her powerful lead in the Lifetime drama Girl Positive allowed her to bring awareness to HIV prevention, something she's often called one of her proudest projects. After saying goodbye to Julie, Andrea built a steady career with guest appearances on The Closer, Ghost Whisperer, Hawaii Five-0, and Scandal, while headlining heartfelt TV movies like The Preacher's Daughter in 2013, Zoe Gone in 2014, and A Family for the Holidays in 2017. Now 35, Andrea connects with fans in a new way, sharing her favorite food recipes with her 83,000 Instagram followers, proof that she's still bringing warmth and heart on and off the screen. And that's our trip down Wisteria Lane. Which cast transformation surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this little blast of nostalgia, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss more Hollywood throwbacks.